You know those moments when a tiny, everyday thing just throws you off your game completely? Maybe a small criticism from your boss just ruins your whole day. Or a wave of anxiety hits you out of nowhere, and you can't figure out why. Well, today we're going to dig into those quiet reactions and find out what might really be going on underneath the surface.
I mean, really think about it. Has a little comment ever just completely tanked your mood for hours? Or maybe there's a certain kind of situation that makes your stomach drop and you have no idea why. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But here's the thing. It's probably not as random as it feels.
It's so easy to think, oh, I'm just being too sensitive. But what if it isn't a character flaw at all? What if we're talking about survival strategies that your brain learned a long, long time ago? Because trauma doesn't always show up like big, dramatic flashbacks. A lot of the time, it's just quietly woven into how we react to things every single day.
All right, so let's get into it. We're going to start by exploring how your brain's ancient survival instincts can pop up in our very modern lives, creating this kind of personal, everyday mystery for so many of us.
Okay, so sign number one, a minor disagreement feels like a 5-alarm fire. You know the feeling, your heart starts racing, you get that jolt of panic, or you just have this intense urge to get out of the situation like right now. So what's actually going on inside your head? Well, for most people, a simple disagreement is just, a problem to work through. But if your brain has been wired by past experiences to be on the lookout for danger, its threat detector can get, well, a little oversensitive. It starts treating a small conflict like it's a genuine, serious threat to your safety. On to sign number two. Can you relate to this? You get to the end of a totally normal day, nothing wild happened, and you are just completely, utterly drained, and you have no idea why. This can be another really subtle sign. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's the perfect way to think about something called hypervigilance. When your nervous system has been stuck in survival mode, it's constantly scanning the environment. It's checking people's tone of voice, their body language, tiny shifts in the mood. And even if nothing bad actually happens, running all those programs in the background just eats up a massive amount of your energy. And that constant on feeling, that leads us right into sign number three. You just have a really hard time switching off. It's that feeling of being tense all the time, even when you're in a perfectly safe, calm place. So ask yourself this, when things finally do get quiet, does it actually feel uncomfortable? Maybe even a little weird? That's because your nervous system can get so used to being on high alert that it almost forgets how to just rest. Peace and quiet can start to feel strange, or maybe even unsafe. Okay, so we've talked about those kinds of energetic, physical signs. Now, let's shift gears and look at the emotional and social strategies the mind develops, the protective walls it builds to keep you safe from what it perceives as harm. All right, sign number four. Do you ever catch yourself saying sorry all the time? Like you're sorry for asking a question, sorry for taking up space, sorry for just being there. This habit can be way more than just being polite. And there's actually a psychological term for this. It's called the fawn response. It's one of those classic survival reactions where a person learns that the absolute safest thing to do is to keep everyone around them happy and avoid conflict no matter what. Think about it. A kid learns that if they just agree with a volatile parent, the yelling stops. Well, that kid might grow up into an adult who automatically takes the blame in an argument at work, even when it's not their fault. It's a learned strategy. I want you to really hear this because it's so important. This is not a sign of weakness, not at all. It's a deeply ingrained safety strategy. Your brain did the math, and based on past experiences, it concluded that staying small and agreeable was the absolute best way to prevent getting hurt. Now let's talk about trust. Oh man, this one is huge. Sign number 5 is struggling to trust people. You might really want to let someone in. You might even know, logically, that they're a good person. But there's just something inside you that holds back, that builds a wall. See, if you've been let down or betrayed in the past, your mind develops these kinds of beliefs. They become like the default programming. Think of them as an internal security system designed to make sure you never get hurt like that again. And it's so crucial to see them not as facts about the world, but as old strategies. Now, you might think all these responses are about feeling too much, right? High alert, high anxiety. But sign number 6 is the total opposite. It's when you feel disconnected or kind of numb or just strangely flat, even in moments that you feel like you should be feeling something big. And this quote really gets to the heart of it. This isn't about you not caring.
It's a protective measure. When emotions get so big and overwhelming that they feel dangerous, the brain can learn that the safest bet is to just turn the volume down on everything to keep the whole system from crashing. Okay, so we've gone through a lot of the what these signs look like. But now we're going to get to the most important part of this whole conversation, the why. And reframing this is an absolute game changer. This is probably the single most important thing to take away from all of this. If you see yourself in any of these signs, it's not because something is wrong with you. It's because something went right. Faced with overwhelming experiences, your brain kicked into gear, activated its core survival programming, and did its absolute best job to keep you safe. Seriously, these responses are not signs that you're broken. They're signs that you're human, with a brain that is incredibly, profoundly adaptable and protective. So, understanding is the first giant step. But the really great news is that our brains are also capable of healing. So let's look at the path forward, at how we can start to retrain our nervous systems to actually feel safe in the here and now. And this journey, it really has a few key parts. It all starts with self-awareness, just starting to notice these patterns in yourself without judging them. From there, getting professional support can give you the right tools. And finally, building safe, healthy relationships can give your brain the real-world proof it needs that things are different now. And that's what healing is really all about, isn't it? It's not about trying to erase your past. It's about taking away its power so that those old survival strategies that your brain learned way back when, they don't have to be in the driver's seat anymore. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What would change for you? What new possibilities might open up if those old protective parts of you could finally relax, knowing that you are safe now? It's a powerful thought, and it really is the goal of this entire journey.